Alright, so today we're going to take a look at the financial model issues and see if we can use the tools built into the model to figure out exactly what's going on. So essentially we're going to look here at construction business, and we see up in the upper left hand corner we have a problem detected, and the first place we want to look is the balance checks. And what the balance checks do are compare, at least the ones on the horizontal plane, compares the three types of cash flow statements and uncovers any discrepancies. So we have first here we have the statement of cash flows, then we have the receipts and disbursements, then we have cash sources and uses. As you can see here, ending cash and this final one is 1.162 million, and up here it's got 1.173 million, and it looks like it's similar in periods going on down the line. So there's clearly some kind of issue, and what we'll do is scroll down to the very bottom and look at what's going on. Now the first thing that jumps out at me here is that it looks like there's an amount of $10,935 that is recurring and is constantly different. So that's going to be our the first thing we're going to look at. And if you look here in the second line, it looks like that number is rolling up each period and being additive over the course of time. So we're going to scroll through the entire income statement, balance sheet, and see if we can come up with something that matches that 10,935. So there's something that's pretty close, rent. So this may be what we're looking at. Not quite an exact match, but pretty close. So we'll keep looking, see if there's something else. If we did some customized work on real estate, for example, that could be one issue that popped up. So let's keep looking though. 10,935, and sometimes that number may be something that an addition of several numbers, so it might not jump out at us, and we might have to search a little bit just to see where it is. So far that real estate is the only one that's really jumping out at me. Here's a potential issue, head count, so something might be going on there. There we go. Benefits and taxes, 10,935. So that tells me that what happened here was when we went to add in a new department, in this case operations, we did not properly add in the benefits and taxes. This is a pretty easy mistake to make, so not a big deal. So what we need to do is go look at the benefits and taxes in our three cash flow statements to see if we can understand where this might be an issue. And if we look down here, boom, benefits and employment taxes. We look at the formula, we see that it's adding F35, F45. Well, that's only two departments, so clearly the third department on this particular line is not being added in. And so what we'll do is we will amend the formula. We'll go up here and add in the third set of, you can see when I change the formula, it's adding those together. It's showing me the other cells that are involved. So we're going to have to click on this one, add that in, boom, enter that. Now we got to make sure that we copy that same formula all the way across the 60-month periods, and we'll do that. Paste OK. Now let's see where we are. Yes, now you can see that the issue is gone, and it looks like we've solved the problem here, because now all of the three cash flow statements will tie out. So we'll scroll back to the bottom, and you can see everything's zeroed out. So that is outstanding. We're good to go. And I guess the lesson here is to make sure whenever you add a department that every line item in that department, in the model, in the operating expense model, gets carried through in the other places where it might exist. So salary, obviously we got that added, but let's double check that just to make sure. So let's go back down here, make sure that our salaries are getting added. So looks like maybe it's not. So then again, it's if we've taken it from down at the bottom in the staffing section, then actually we should be okay. So total cash comp looks like we're at 81,000. So I think we might actually have a problem here, even though the model is tying out okay. That still may be we have a problem with our total compensation. So let's go back up here again and look at salaries. And again, there's a delayed payment if you're starting. Certain people are starting in the middle of the year. So let's look at, I'm sorry, in the middle of the month. So let's go look at 81,167 and make sure we're, whoops, sorry about that. 81,167. So yeah, we're okay there because there's a delay in payroll in that first month. So it looks like we're okay. Looks like the salaries and benefits are okay. So, and then allocated overhead, let's double check that as well because we've obviously added that in. Let's make sure that that's getting allocated correctly. Yep, it looks like the operations headcount was added in. And total allocated overhead according to the number of employees is being divvied up, so it looks like we're good to go. So that's it, and if you have other questions, just let me know.